A lot of old faces as well. Quite happy to see lots of numbers, which is good. It's good that CCB is growing. I'm not going to take much of time. Dr. Sab said, half an hour, you said, sir? 45 minutes. 5 minutes. I'll take somewhere in between, okay? 15 minutes, okay? 15 minutes somewhere in between. Is that to go to Louis? No, just joking. So while all other reviews are more thought-provoking and more into more useful things,
We have a variety.
so I'm going to get some spice in there. So let's get some spice in for the next 15 minutes. So I'm going to review a book called The Girl on the Train. I'm sure some of you might have read this. If you did, take a nap. If you haven't, then that's it. Stay with me. This book, I normally generally like non-fiction, but nowadays I don't know why I'm reading a lot of fiction, just to keep myself more in current times, more happy. This author, bit about author, this is her first book, Paula Hawkins' first book. She's born and brought up in Zimbabwe, and then she moved to London for obvious reasons from Zimbabwe, and she lives there. This is the first book, and she made probably millions of dollars, honestly. For a first-time author, such a huge success, and this book also made it to a movie, and that has become a huge hit. This is huge, especially.
What's the movie?
Same name, Girl on the Train. And then she released another book. Dr. Sam was saying that if this book is The Girl on the Train, the next book should be The Boy on the Bus. And I said no, the next book is Into the Water. Into the Water. For some reason, I haven't read that. I'll read that what the story is. This is a psychological thriller book. That's the genre of it. Psychological thriller. It's about altogether in the book there are about 7 characters, not much, which makes it easier. The narration is a little different than the normal books. This is like telling 2 stories, in fact 3 stories simultaneously, and different timelines. And then every few pages it switches the character. So you just have to be there, understand what happened, where you switch. It's simply, if you summarize this book, it's three different stories of an alcoholic, and a liar, and the other woman. They call it the other woman. The story starts like this. The reason why they put the title is The Girl on the Train is because the main character, one of the main characters, Rachel, most of the story, at least for first 100 pages or so, it happens in the train. So we just basically know that's the reason why they put, other than that I don't see any other reason, but that's the reason why they put, I guess, The Girl on the Train. I'm going to explain characters, 3 different characters, briefly, and then connect them. I'm not going to reveal the final thing, the plot, in case if you wanted to read. So the 3 characters, remember, Rachel, Megan, and Anna, 3 different women. Rachel is the one who starts the book. She travels, she's basically lost her husband, not lost to the nature, lost her husband to somebody, and she lost her home, and she is jobless. Perfect, deadly combination to become an alcoholic. So that she does. She becomes an alcoholic. So she becomes an alcoholic, and then she travels. She stays in suburbs of London, and she takes the train to go to London every day. And if you guys live in overseas, if you travel, it's pretty much a program. So you know exactly what time you get up, what time you go to the train station, which carriage you stand, and then which escalator you take. This is pretty much programmed. So she takes this train every day, the same train. She's jobless, but still wanted to take the journey every day. She goes to the town, and the train stops at a certain point every single day because of a faulty track or something like that. So the train stops at a certain point most of the time. So she started imagining things, and she started saying things through the window. She sees the houses around near the track, and she used to be in one of the house. She used to be in one of the house, which no longer, she owns it, and now it's owned by her ex-husband and his wife, and the new daughter that they have, the young daughter that they have. They stay in that house. So she hates to see that house because, she had bad memories, good memories at the same time as bad memories. She doesn't want to see that house. But 4 blocks away, there's another house that she's always interested to watch, a bit far away. So you can see them visibly, clearly. And she names them some fictional characters. She always sees a happy couple there. She names them as Jason and Jesse. She don't know who they are, but she names them as Jason and Jesse and start following them. So she every day, that's the routine. She goes to the train morning, she comes back. So the book is written in such a way that date, morning, evening. Date, morning and evening. That's a pattern the book is written. So sometimes it can be a little boring, annoying as well. But that's a pattern that they've chosen, and somehow it's good at the end. So she goes in the morning, comes back in the evening, she sees the same thing. She started seeing the couple there, doing things at the balcony, at the wardrobes. You can basically imagine. She thinks that they are the perfect couple that she can come across, and she started imagining things. So that's the journey that she is going through, and then she becomes, because of the stress that she has, she's really alcoholic now. She drinks a lot, and then she stays with a friend in a flat, and nobody likes her because she, after you drink too much, you know what you want to do. So that's the story of her. And the next story, the character is Megan. Megan and Scott. There's another couple. In fact, they are the ones, Jason and Jesse, what Rachel sees from the train. So they are the ones actually called Megan and Scott. This is another couple. Megan's character is more of always wanted to be in high, she's want to be happening all the time, not really, getting into boring things, kind of a thing. And her husband Scott has this regular IT job, some technology job. And so Megan is fun-loving girl. She goes around, but she's also stressed now again because she used to run an art gallery, which is kind of shut down, closed down. So she's under stress. So she's also going through a bad time, and she's getting really, feeling very bored, which she's not used to. And she goes into stress more. So husband Scott thinks that something's wrong with this girl. Maybe we should take her to a counselor. She does. They think that because of her brother met an accident some years ago. So that may be the reason why she's under stress. They think that way. But this girl is like, it happened, something other had happened all the time. She's the kind of character. So while she going for the counseling, she started having a fight with the doctor, the counselor. And she's cool about it. She doesn't really care so much about it. She's okay with it. That's the character. That's what she is. That's another thing is going on. So we have now the alcoholic, and we have the liar. Those two characters. And now the third character, Anna. Anna is another family. Anna is Tom's wife. Tom is ex-husband of Rachel. Rachel's ex-husband is Tom, and he married to Anna. So that's why Rachel thinks that the other woman, because she thinks that Anna snatched her husband from Rachel, and she also thinks that the reason why he moved away is because she couldn't carry a baby, or she couldn't conceive. She thinks that's the reason why the relationship has gone down completely. So she still loves Tom, even though he left her for somebody else, and she is very jealous of Anna. So they call the other woman. So these are the three characters. So this is what normally goes on in their lives. This girl, Rachel, drinks a lot and then start calling as ex-husband in the night, and then start abusing things and going to the house and create ruckus kind of things. So this is what happens normally. This is what's happening. And one fine day, not so fine day, while she's traveling in the train, she sees some unusual thing. That she now always sees happy couple there in the house, which is 4 blocks away from the old house she has. She sees that somebody else was there instead of Jason. She thinks it's Jason, no, which is really Scott. Somebody else. She sees somebody else kissing Jessie, which is Megan. She feels really terrible. Like how can such a happy couple? They're living like for her, they're the model couple. Like she thinks that they're the best couple in the world. But suddenly she sees that something else is happening. So she's really like find out what the hell is happening. She wanted to go and do something about it. So this girl one day, because now at one house she has Tom, ex-husband, other place the happy couple supposed to be, which is not so now. So she wanted to go do something about it. So one night she actually go for drinking, lots of drinking, and she goes there to do something about it. But unfortunately, next morning she comes back to the room, but she can't remember anything whatsoever. She just can't remember anything. What happened last night? She got bruises, and she was hangover, blood everywhere on her body. She can't figure out exactly what happened last night. So she couldn't figure out that moment of that night. She completely forgets. She can't remember anything whatsoever. So she was kind of getting panic mode and said, "What's happening?" And at that point of time, there's a detective who comes. Knocked the door and said, "Where the hell are you last night? What were you doing?" She can't remember anything. At the same time, the detective come and asked, "What happened to Megan? Where is Megan?" She said, "I have no idea who's Megan. It's all about, isn't it?" And she said, "No, Megan is missing since last night." So the second character goes missing. Megan goes missing completely, and nobody has a clue what's happening. And then doubt comes on Rachel. That's because they go around the neighborhood and her ex-husband Tom says that, "No, I saw Rachel last night making some noise here. So she may be the one." So the suspicion, she becomes a suspect. And then they're all trying to figure out, where is Megan? Nothing happens, and then Megan, and everyone trying to play the game where this main character goes to the police and said, "No, I think I know what happened. I saw last night, the other day, there's another person who's kissing her. So he must be the one, not me." Everybody started inquiring, call the guy who's Dr. Kamal, who's the counselor for her, and then he says that, "No, I got nothing to do with it." So the whole story goes around. So this is where now. So Rachel is his prime suspect because she's been seen in the neighborhood. Suspect number 1. Number 2, Dr. Kamal, who has an FIR, is second suspect. And then they need a bit of a pass of Megan's thing. She has some suicidal tendency in the past as well. So they think that she must have done it by herself. Okay? It's something, so that's third suspect. And at the same, what is happening, they find somehow, at some point in the past, Megan worked as a nanny at Tom's house. So, and then they had an affair as well. This book is full of advice. For God's sake. I don't know who's not having one, but that's the whole story. So, Megan has an affair with Tom as well. How did they find out? So, they find out her cell phone in one of the bag, of Tom's bag, gym bag. So they think Tom became a suspect. Dr. Kamal became a suspect. And Megan's husband, Scott, also becomes a suspect. The reason why, because he finds out that she's having an affair. So he is a suspect as well. And who's left now? Anna, which is Tom's wife. She also becomes suspect because she sees the other woman in Megan. She sees the other woman in Megan. So she thinks that Tom is going away with Megan. So she is a suspect. She is a threat for her married life. So pretty much everybody becomes suspect except the small baby. Not sure why they left her for some reason. So this is pretty much the plot. So now the detective have to find out what happened to her. So after a couple of days, they find the body of Megan somewhere near the lake, and they find that she's pregnant as well. So that's where the whole plot starts. The detective starts working on who's doing what. So I'm not going to reveal the plot and who killed her and why they killed, kind of a thing. That's pretty much it. I'll leave it to you guys to think what happened. If you're interested, just go read. It's a good read. It's definitely a good read if you feel like a bit of a thriller type. Lot of young adults have taken this crazily in the library as well. Lot of young adults, I would say, not really the other generation. So that's pretty much it. I think 15 minutes. Done with it. So if you get any questions whatsoever, who's having a with who, I'm more than happy to answer.